A Hellfire missile, a 100-pound precision weapon designed to destroy tanks, hit a UFO off the coast of Yemen and bounced off.
Bounced off?
Bounced off. The object kept flying at extreme velocity like nothing happened. And that's not even the most disturbing thing that was leaked this week.
What could possibly be more disturbing than a missile bouncing off a UFO?
2 new videos just dropped from Pentagon archives, both recorded by MQ-9 Reaper drones. These are advanced military surveillance aircraft with sensors far beyond any consumer camera. The footage was never supposed to be public. Investigative journalists Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp obtained them from intelligence community sources and released them on their Weaponized podcast.
What do the videos show?
The first video was recorded on August 23, 2012, over the Persian Gulf. That's the waterway between Saudi Arabia and Iran. The drone's infrared sensors captured 3 orb-like objects flying in a triangular formation.
3 objects in formation. That implies coordination.
That's exactly what makes it significant. The Pentagon itself categorized these as 3 separate orbs flying in formation, not a single craft with lights on its corners. And here's the part that got researchers excited. During the footage, one of the orbs drops behind the other 2, then appears to slingshot forward and take the lead position.
Like they were taking turns.
Corbell described it as almost playful. Intelligent coordination with equal spacing and no visible wings, fins, tails, or engine exhaust of any kind. The Department of Defense formally designated this footage as UAP, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. It was filed in a dedicated archive for objects that can't be explained as birds, balloons, or known aircraft.
And the second video?
The second video is from 2021, recorded over Syria's Suwaida province near the Jordan border. A Reaper drone's camera locked onto a mushroom-shaped craft. At first, the object appeared to be either hovering or moving at normal speed, then it did something that shouldn't be physically possible.
What did it do?
The moment the drone's targeting system locked onto it, almost as if it knew it was being tracked, the object began maneuvering erratically to break the lock. Then it accelerated instantaneously to supersonic speeds and vanished from the camera's field of view.
Instantaneously, like no acceleration curve?
The researchers had to slow the footage down to 5% speed just to see what happened. Even at that extreme slow motion, the object appears to warp away. It stretches across the screen before completely disappearing. And analyst Merrick von Rennenkamp pointed out something critical. The background objects remained perfectly stable. The camera didn't shake or lose tracking. The object genuinely moved that fast.
How fast are we talking?
Based on the analysis, potentially exceeding Mach 5, that's over 3,800 miles per hour. And here's what really breaks physics. There was no sonic boom, no heat trail, no visible exhaust. When a conventional aircraft goes supersonic, it produces massive thermal signatures and shockwaves. This object produced nothing.
Could it be some kind of secret military technology, like a classified drone from China or Russia?
Rennenkamp addressed that directly. His response was blunt. He said, if China had this kind of technology, quote, we're all screwed, because a craft that can instantly accelerate to those speeds with no thermal signature could deliver a nuclear weapon anywhere on Earth with 0 warning. And beyond that, what would China be doing testing ultra-advanced technology over the Syrian desert?
Fair point. That would be an insane strategic risk for no reason.
And these aren't isolated incidents. The Persian Gulf and Middle East have become a hotspot for UAP activity. U.S. Navy personnel have reported numerous encounters in the region. One incident described to Corbell involved an unknown object flooding a Navy ship's bridge with light so intense that the commanding officer raised her hand to shield her eyes but couldn't see her own hand in front of her face.
That's terrifying from a national security standpoint.
Which brings us to the Hellfire missile incident. This one is particularly significant because it was actually shown during a congressional UAP hearing. Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson presented previously unseen military drone footage from October 30th, 2024. The footage showed a Hellfire missile, which costs over $100,000 and is designed to destroy armored vehicles, striking an orb-shaped UAP off the coast of Yemen. The missile hit the object directly, and the orb continued flying at extreme velocity as if nothing happened.
A weapon designed to penetrate tank armor had 0 effect?
0 effect. Former Air Force military police officer Jeffrey Nuccitelli, who served 16 years, described the footage as extraordinary evidence. This was shown in Congress. This isn't a blurry photo from someone's phone.
So let me get this straight. In the space of 1 week, we have 3 separate pieces of Pentagon footage. Formation orbs over the Persian Gulf, an object going supersonic over Syria with no heat signature, and a missile bouncing off a UFO over Yemen?
All from military sensors, all formally designated as UAP by the Department of Defense, all archived in what Corbell calls the Pentagon's vault of UAP footage, and all footage the government never intended for the public to see.
What's the official Pentagon response?
The Pentagon's official position remains that there has never been physical proof confirming the existence of UFOs or extraterrestrial beings, but these videos are physical proof. They're military sensor data from advanced platforms categorized by the Pentagon's own people as UAP.
That's a contradiction.
It's a massive contradiction, and it's exactly why this matters. You can debate whether these are alien craft, interdimensional phenomena, or some unknown natural occurrence. But what you can't debate is that the US military is recording objects that defy known physics, formally categorizing them as unidentified, archiving the evidence, and then telling the public nothing exists.
The 5 observables you mentioned, instantaneous acceleration. What are the others?
UFO researchers have identified 5 observable behaviors that define genuine UAP encounters. Instantaneous acceleration is one. We saw that in the Syria footage. The others are hypersonic velocity without signatures, no sonic booms or heat trails, which we also saw. Transmedium travel, moving seamlessly between space, air, and water. Anti-gravity hovering with no visible means of propulsion, and cloaking, instantaneously becoming invisible.
And these leaked videos demonstrate at least 2 of those 5.
At least 3, instantaneous acceleration, hypersonic velocity without signatures, and the orbs showed characteristics consistent with anti-gravity given the lack of any propulsion exhaust. And the Hellfire incident potentially adds a 6th capability that researchers are now discussing, material invulnerability.
A missile bouncing off like a ping pong ball would qualify.
The question isn't whether something extraordinary is happening in our skies. The military's own footage answers that. The question is why we're still pretending it isn't.
And these videos exist because someone decided the public deserves to see what their government is hiding.
Your government labeled this UAP, and you were never supposed